Question 1. What action must you take when you see this sign at an intersection? A. Stop completely, then proceed. B. Slow down and proceed if clear. C. Stop only if oncoming traffic. D. Yield without stopping. Answers is A. Stop completely, then proceed. This sign mandates a full stop at the stop line. You must only proceed when it is safe to do so, and after giving way to all traffic. Question 2. What is the primary purpose of wearing A? A. To prevent ejection from the vehicle. B. To keep you comfortable. C. To activate the airbag system. D. To secure personal belongings. Answers is A. To prevent ejection from the vehicle. Are designed to restrain occupants in a crash, significantly reducing the risk of serious injury or death by preventing impact or ejection. Question 3. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Overtaking other vehicles is forbidden. B. A roundabout is ahead. C. The speed limit is 50. D. Construction work is ahead. Answers is A. Overtaking other vehicles is forbidden. This sign prohibits drivers from overtaking other motor vehicles on this road section until the restriction is lifted by a corresponding sign. Question 4. When driving in foggy conditions, what should you do? A. Reduce speed, use low beam and fog lights. B. Use high beam headlights. C. Speed up to get out of fog faster. D. Turn on hazards and stop on shoulder. Answers is A. Reduce speed, use low beam and fog lights. In fog, reduce speed, use low beam headlights and fog lights. High beams reflect off fog, worsening visibility. Stopping on the shoulder can be dangerous. Question 5. When approaching a roundabout, what is the general rule for giving way in the A. Give way to traffic already inside. B. Vehicles entering have priority. C. Traffic from the left has priority. D. Traffic from the right has priority. Answers is A. Give way to traffic already inside. In the, drivers must yield to vehicles already circulating within the roundabout, unless otherwise by signs or traffic signals. Question 6. What should you do upon seeing the sign? A. Be prepared to stop for pedestrians. B. Speed up to clear the area quickly. C. Pedestrians must wait for vehicles. D. Safe area for vehicles to stop. Answers is A. Be prepared to stop for pedestrians. This warning sign alerts drivers to a pedestrian crossing ahead. You must be prepared to slow down or stop to allow pedestrians to cross safely. Question 7. What is the safe following distance in normal driving conditions? A. Maintain at least a gap. B. 1 car length per 10 kilometers per hour. C. As close as possible to prevent cuts. D. The distance needed to stop suddenly. Answers is A. Maintain at least a gap. The rule provides a basic safe following distance, allowing enough time to react and stop if the vehicle ahead suddenly brakes. Increase this in adverse conditions. Question 8. What does this sign mean? A. Parking is prohibited. B. Stopping is prohibited. C. Loading and unloading is allowed. D. May park for a short period. Answers is A. Parking is prohibited. This sign indicates that parking is not allowed in the area. Stopping for a brief period to pick up or drop off passengers may be allowed, but parking is not. Question 9. Which direction are you allowed to take when you see this mandatory sign? A. Only straight ahead. B. Right turn only. C. Left turn only. D. Straight, left, or right. Answers is A. Only straight ahead. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead. No turns are permitted unless additional signs indicate otherwise. Question 10. What is the correct procedure for changing lanes on a multi-lane road? A. Check mirrors, signal, check blind spot, move. B. Signal, then immediately change lanes. C. Accelerate quickly into the next lane. D. Wait for gap, change without signaling. Answers is A. Check mirrors, signal, check blind spot, move. Safe lane changing requires checking mirrors, activating your turn signal, checking your blind spot, and then smoothly moving into the new lane when safe. Question 11. What does this warning sign indicate? A. The road surface may be slippery. B. Roadworks are ahead. C. A steep descent is ahead. D. Loose gravel on the road. Answers is A. The road surface may be slippery. This sign warns drivers of a section of road where the surface may be slippery due to conditions such as rain, oil, or ice, requiring speed and increased caution. Question 12. What action is forbidden at an intersection displaying the sign? A. Making a right turn. B. Making a left turn. C. Driving straight. D. Making a U-turn. Answers is A. Making a right turn. This prohibitory sign explicitly forbids vehicles from making a right turn at the intersection or junction where it is placed. Question 13. If your vehicle breaks down in an area marked by this sign, what might happen? A. Vehicle may be towed if left. B. Roadside assistance immediately. C. Parking zone. D. Safe to leave vehicle long. Answers is A. Vehicle may be towed if left. The sign indicates a zone. If your vehicle breaks down and is left unattended in such an area, it is subject to being towed, incurring fines and recovery costs. Question 14. What does this information sign indicate about the road ahead? A. It is a one-way road. B. Two-way traffic ahead. C. A dual carriageway. D. A pedestrian zone. Answers is A. It is a one-way road. This sign indicates that the road ahead is a one-way street, meaning traffic flows in a single direction only. Question 15. Why is this sign placed near schools or playgrounds? A. Warn drivers of children near road. B. Indicate a school bus stop. C. Designate a safe play area. D. Inform drivers of youth center. Answers is A. Warn drivers of children near road. This warning sign alerts drivers to the presence of children in the vicinity, often near schools, parks, or residential areas, urging extreme caution and speed. Question 16. What is the primary purpose of the lane by this sign? A. For emergency stops and breakdowns. B. For slow-moving vehicles. C. For temporary parking for calls. D. For motorcycles to bypass traffic. Answers is A. For emergency stops and breakdowns. This sign designates an emergency stopping lane hard shoulder, which is strictly for emergency use, such as vehicle breakdowns, and not for regular driving or casual stopping. Question 17. What must a driver do when approaching this sign? A. Slow down and give way to. B. Stop completely regardless of traffic. C. Accelerate through the intersection. D. You have the right of way. Answers is A. Slow down and give way to. The give way sign requires you to slow down and yield to traffic on the main road or from the direction. You must stop if necessary to avoid a collision. Question 18. What maneuver is forbidden by this sign? A. Making a U-turn. B. Turning right. C. Turning left. D. Overtaking. Answers is A. Making a U-turn. This sign prohibits drivers from performing a U-turn at the location where it is displayed. Question 19. What does this sign warn drivers about? A road hump or speed bump ahead. B. An uneven road surface. C. A steep ascent. D. A tunnel entrance. Answers is A road hump or speed bump ahead. This warning sign indicates the presence of a speed hump or bump on the road, requiring drivers to reduce speed to avoid discomfort or damage to the vehicle. Question 20. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with sirens and flashing lights? A. Move right and stop if safe. B. Speed up to get out of its way. C. Continue driving at current speed. D. Stop in the middle of the lane. Answers is A. Move right and stop if safe. You must yield to emergency vehicles. Safely move to the far right side of the road and stop, allowing them a clear path, unless directed otherwise by traffic police. Question 21. How must you pass an obstacle by this sign? A. On the right side of the obstacle. B. On the left side of the obstacle. C. Either side is acceptable. D. Stop and wait for removal. Answers is A. On the right side of the obstacle. This mandatory sign instructs drivers to pass the obstacle on their right side, ensuring a clear and safe path. Question 22. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Road works or construction ahead. B. A diversion route. C. A dead end. D. A new road opening. Answers is A. Road works or construction ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers to ongoing road construction, maintenance, or repair works ahead, requiring speed and increased caution. Question 23. What does this sign advise about your driving speed? A. Recommended speed normally. B. Minimum speed limit. C. Maximum speed limit. D. A hazard. Answers is A. Recommended speed normally. This sign indicates a recommended speed of 50 for the upcoming section of road under ideal conditions. It is not a mandatory limit, but a suggestion for safe travel. Question 24. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Stopping or parking is prohibited. B. Parking prohibited, stopping allowed. C. Stopping allowed for passenger drop. D. This area is a waiting zone. Answers is A. Stopping or parking is prohibited. The no stopping sign prohibits both stopping and parking of vehicles, even for a short duration, except to avoid an accident or if directed by a traffic officer. Question 25. What should you expect when you see this sign? A traffic light signal ahead, B, a pedestrian crossing, C, a railway crossing, D, a hospital entrance. Answers is A traffic light signal ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers to an upcoming traffic light, giving them time to prepare for changes in traffic flow and potential stops. Question 26. What action is crucial upon entering a tunnel by this sign? A. Turn on low beam headlights. B. Open all windows. C. Speed up to exit quickly. D. Turn off engine to save fuel. Answers is A. Turn on low beam headlights. This warning sign indicates a tunnel ahead. It is essential to switch on your low beam headlights before entering a tunnel to ensure visibility for yourself and other road users. Question 27. What does this sign indicate regarding your speed? A. Must not drive below 50 km per hour. B. Maximum speed limit is 50 km per hour. C. Recommended speed is 50 km per hour. D. Drive at any speed above 50 km per hour. Answers is A. Must not drive below 50. This sign indicates a minimum speed limit. You must drive at or above the speed 50, unless road or traffic conditions make it unsafe to do so. Question 28. What does this warning sign indicate about the road ahead? A. A steep upward slope is ahead. B. A steep downward slope is ahead. C. An uneven road surface. D. A winding road. Answers is A steep upward slope is ahead. This warning sign indicates that there is a steep ascent upward slope on the road ahead. Drivers should prepare to use a lower gear if needed. Question 29. How often should you check your mirrors while driving? A. Constantly, as part of observation. B. Only before changing lanes. C. Every few minutes. D. When you hear an emergency siren. Answers is A. Constantly, as part of observation. Experienced drivers constantly scan their surroundings, including regular checks of their and side mirrors, to be aware of traffic behind and to the sides. Question 30. What is the highest speed you are allowed to drive past this sign? A. 50 km per hour. B. 60 km per hour. C. 80 km per hour. D. The national speed limit. Answers is A. 50. This prohibitory sign indicates that the maximum speed limit is 50. You must not exceed this speed until a different speed limit sign is encountered or the restriction is lifted. Question 31. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. A series of dangerous curves. B. A sharp turn to the left. C. A sharp turn to the right. D. A roundabout ahead. Answers is A series of dangerous curves. This warning sign indicates a series of dangerous curves, first to the right, then to the left, requiring drivers to reduce speed and exercise caution. Question 32. What is hydroplaning and how can you reduce its risk? A. Tires lose contact with wet road, reduce speed. B. Brakes overheat, use engine braking. C. Engine stalls, restart immediately. D. Tires deflate, pull over safely. Answers is A. Tires lose contact with wet road, reduce speed. Hydroplaning occurs when a layer of water builds up between the tires and road surface, causing A. Loss of traction. Reducing speed and maintaining proper tire tread can prevent it. Question 33. What does this information sign indicate? A pedestrian crossing is ahead. B. Pedestrians are prohibited. C. A children's play area. D. A hospital zone. Answers is A pedestrian crossing is ahead. This sign indicates that a pedestrian crossing is further down the road, alerting drivers to be ready to slow down or stop for pedestrians. Question 34. Which vehicles are allowed past this sign? A. No vehicles are allowed to enter. B. Only emergency vehicles. C. Only vehicles. D. All vehicles except heavy trucks. Answers is A. No vehicles are allowed to enter. This prohibitory sign means do not enter and prohibits all vehicles from proceeding beyond the sign from that direction. It is typically used for one-way streets. Question 35. What is defensive driving? A. Driving to anticipate hazards and avoid accidents. B. Driving aggressively to assert right-of-way. C. Driving only when there is no traffic. D. Driving very slowly to avoid any risks. Answers is A. Driving to anticipate hazards and avoid accidents. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards and making safe decisions to avoid collisions, despite the actions of others or adverse conditions. Question 36. What does this mandatory sign instruct you to do? A. Pass obstacle on right or left. B. Turn left only. C. Turn right only. D. Stop before the obstacle. Answers is A. Pass obstacle on right or left. This sign indicates that you may pass the obstruction or island ahead on either the or side, as both paths are permissible. Question 37. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Railway crossing with 2 or more tracks. B. A railway crossing. C. A bridge over a railway. D. A level crossing with barriers. Answers is A. Railway crossing with 2 or more tracks. This sign specifically warns of a railway crossing with multiple tracks, meaning more than one train might pass, requiring extra vigilance. Question 38. When driving at night, what should you do if an oncoming vehicle has high beam headlights on? A. Look towards left edge of lane. B. Flash your high beams repeatedly. C. Stare directly at their headlights. D. Close your eyes briefly. Answers is A. Look towards left edge of lane. To avoid being blinded by high beams, look towards the left edge of your lane to maintain your path and reduce speed. Do not stare at the oncoming lights. Question 39. What does this sign signify for drivers on this road? A. You have right-of-way on priority road. B. Must give way to traffic from left. C. Must give way to traffic from right. D. Road has a speed limit. Answers is A. You have right-of-way on priority road. This sign indicates that you are currently on a priority road, meaning you have the right-of-way at intersections with minor roads unless otherwise marked. Question 40. What does this sign prohibit? A. Entry for all vehicles. B. Entry for heavy vehicles only. C. Entry for passenger cars only. D. Parking in the area. Answers is A. Entry for all vehicles. This sign often seen at the start of pedestrian zones or private roads, prohibits all vehicles from entering the area it governs. Question 41. What is the legal maximum number of passengers allowed in a private car? A. The number of available. B. Up to 5 adults. No. C. As many as can fit comfortably. D. 2 adults and 3 children. Answers is A. The number of available. In the, it is mandatory for all passengers to wear a. Therefore, the number of passengers is limited to the number of available and functioning in the vehicle. Question 42. What kind of road does this sign indicate? A. A motorway or expressway. B. Road for motor vehicles restricted. C. A residential area. D. A pedestrian street. Answers is A. A motorway or expressway. This sign marks the beginning of a motorway or expressway, typically by multiple lanes, higher speed limits, and restricted access. Question 43. What hazard does this sign warn about? A. Strong side winds. B. A narrow bridge. C. Low-flying aircraft. D. A slippery road. Answers is A. Strong side winds. This sign warns drivers of strong crosswinds, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for vehicles requiring a firm grip on the steering wheel. Question 44. What should you do before starting your vehicle? A. Adjust, fasten, secure passengers. B. Check tire pressure. C. Warm up the engine for 5 minutes. D. Check oil and water levels. Answers is A. Adjust, fasten, secure passengers. Before driving, ensure your driving position is correct, mirrors are adjusted, and everyone in the vehicle is safely with. Question 45. What is the mandatory action at this junction? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight. C. Turn left. D. Make a U-turn. Answers is A. Turn right only. This mandatory sign instructs drivers that they must turn right at the upcoming intersection or junction. Question 46. Which type of vehicle is prohibited from entering this area? A. Vehicles transporting dangerous goods. B. All goods vehicles. C. Vehicles with trailers. D. All motor vehicles. Answers is A. Vehicles transporting dangerous goods. This sign prohibits vehicles carrying hazardous or dangerous goods from entering the road or area, usually for safety reasons. Question 47. Why is it important to check your blind spots before changing lanes? A. To see vehicles not visible in mirrors. B. To see if traffic is clear behind you. C. To adjust your side mirrors. D. To ensure turn signal is working. Answers is A. To see vehicles not visible in mirrors. Blind spots are areas around your vehicle not seen in mirrors. A head check is essential to ensure no vehicle is in your blind spot before changing lanes. Question 48. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. An uneven or bumpy road surface. B. A road hump. C. Slippery conditions. D. A steep descent. Answers is A. An uneven or bumpy road surface. This sign indicates that the road surface ahead is uneven or rough, potentially causing discomfort or loss of control if driven over at high speed. Reduce speed and proceed with caution. Question 49. What does this information sign indicate? A parking place is ahead. B, a bus stop. C, a pedestrian zone. D, a rest area. Answers is A parking place is ahead. This sign provides information about an upcoming parking area, informing drivers that they can find a place to park their vehicle soon. Question 50. What does this sign mean for your vehicle in relation to oncoming traffic? A, oncoming traffic has priority over you. B, you have priority over oncoming traffic. C, you must stop for all traffic. D, both directions have equal priority. Answers is A, oncoming traffic has priority over you. This sign indicates that oncoming vehicles have the right of way in a narrow section of the road. You must yield to them before proceeding.